Hello, what's up, and what's happening? Welcome back for yet another retro game today. We got some more Madden 2008. Now, people been asking for the fantasy challenge. I got you. That will be the next Madden 2008 video. That will be the next one. But I got this gameplay right after, and somebody actually asked for the Patriots, and it's kind of cool because I did this because tomorrow the Chargers and the Patriots actually play in San Diego, and that should be a fantastic game. And there goes Randy Moss, the big boss, one of the most glitchiest players in the history of Madden, especially in this year's game, Madden 08. With the spectacular catch, you know, they had the weapons in the game, so they would try to, every single year, EA Sports try to just showcase what they had going on in the game. If it was truck stick, the truck stick was a little bit overpowering depending on who you're using it. Hit stick, if you had Brian Dawkins or John Lynch or Ray Lewis and he was hit sticking people, it was a little bit glitchy. You know what I mean? And then this one, the weapons with the spectacular catch, that was glitchy. I mean, who was it? Randy Moss, of course. You also have Plexico Burress. You also had Brandon Marshall back when he was on the Denver Broncos. Like, they all just mossed everybody. Like, it was ridiculous, man. To the point where in Madden 08, I did not play with the Patriots at all. And I also didn't play with the Chargers at all online. You know what I mean? Online, I just stayed away from these teams. Just because I felt like if you were playing with these teams, well, then you were supposed to win. You know what I mean? And if you beat one of these teams, you like, were the man. So I was the man a lot. At least in my head I was. In real life, probably not. But that's besides the point. Because the other most glitchiest player is this dude right here, LaDainian Tomlinson. He was a flat-out monster in Madden 08. And again, I felt like it wasn't my skills that would get me the win if I play with the Patriots or if I play with the Chargers. It was just me playing with the beastly team, man. But anyways, let's get into the gameplay. They got Tom Brady dropping back the pass. He's going to find Wes Welker. And this is before Wes Welker was Wes Welker. Well, this was the year when Wes Welker became Wes Welker. You can see he has no weapons. Nobody knew who he was. But in Madden 09, Madden 10, he was a flat-out beast in that slot, man. So here we go. It's first and 10 and get the ball to Lawrence Maroney. And Lawrence Maroney, he's going to pick up nothing on the play. So second and 10 and do a toss play, and we are all over that play as well. So we're shutting down the Patriots right now, but the Patriots, they coming right back and hit the big boss Randy Moss, but we get that big-time hit stick right there. So we take back over, and you already know we got to try and get LT going. We're just going to go right up the gut, but there goes Rodney Harrison. One thing he can do, he might not be able to cover that well, but one thing he can do is deliver the boom. Try to get the ball back to LT. He gets a little bit on that play, and you already know that he was a flat-out beast out of the backfield. Him and Brian Westbrook were probably the two best starting running backs that you could just throw the ball to the flat and they could do some damage. But unfortunately, on that play, we didn't get anything good off of it, so we're going to be forced to punt. But luckily, we down the ball inside the 5, and they can get the ball back to Lawrence Maroney, and there goes Sean Merriman. And I couldn't stand Sean Merriman online. I was playing one game way back when this game it wasn't even hot. I can't even say that. I was going to say back when this game was hot. It wasn't hot at all. As Sean Merriman gets another tackle. But back when I used to play this game online, I was the coach one time going up against the Chargers, and Sean Merriman knocked Peyton Manning out of the game. And I was hot because Peyton Manning has never been knocked out of a game. And I know Sean Merriman had crazy hit power back then, but still, man. And, of course, I had to play with, like, Jim Shorgy or whatever his name was and ended up losing. But check out the glitch himself, LaDainian Tomlinson. You guys will see the replay. He bounced off of 3 New England Patriots with 1 animation. That is like an issue in Madden. Even still today, where things that shouldn't happen just happen. And right there, LT, even though he could do things like that in real life, that something like that just should never happen, or it should be performed better. Like, they should have better animations. But of course, I'm talking about a game that's old. But again, some of the same things still happen in today's Madden. So Tom Brady, he's dropping back on 3rd and 4, looking for Thomas. And Thomas, I believe, is short from the first down marker. So the Patriots are forced to punt again. And we have 51 seconds on the game clock, and we get sacked trying to get this ball into field goal range so we can kick a late field goal before the half is over. So on 2nd and 16, taking a shot to Antonio Gates, big time catch by Mr. Antonio, and he's going to pick up a big first down. 1st and 10, Phillip Rivers. and nobody picks up the outside linebackers on the blitz. They brought both outside linebackers, and they both met Phillip Rivers in the backfield. So right here, Phillip Rivers is going to drop back the pass, trying to move these chains, and we do just that, but unfortunately, there's no more time on the clock, and we burned all 3 of our timeouts, and we're going to head to halftime. Had a chance to add to our lead, but unfortunately, we didn't get it done, and here goes that crazy run one more time. As you can see in the small screen, we make it big. LT to the crib. So we start the second half, we get the ball, and Darren Sproles, man, the Chargers had a stacked backfield back in there. You had LT, future Hall of Famer, Darren Sproles, who's a shifty dude, and then you had the hammer and Michael Turner, the burner Turner, the burner, whatever you want to call him. He was a flat-out truck, especially when was, I believe it was Madden 2010, Madden 2011, when he was on the Falcons. He was a flat-out truck. Like, him and Adrian Peterson had the highest truck rating in the game. Like, this is before Marshawn Lynch. You know, you still had, I believe Marion Barber was still on the Cowboys at that point, but freaking Michael Turner was just running people over like it was nothing. There goes LT. He's going to get brought down by Asante Samuel, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 8. We get the ball to Michael Turner, trying to get around the outside, and Rodney Harrison is just going to chop him, and that's not going to be the last time that he chops him. We go over the middle to Vincent Jackson, and Vincent Jackson going to pick up the big first down. So LT still in the game at tailback. We spread the field, trying to get my man some running lanes, and Rodney Harrison again just took LT's head off. And as a matter of fact, LT is hurt on the play. You see the Jumbotron making fun of LT. Injured player on the play. Like, why would they do that to LT? Like, LT is a good dude, man. Bruised sternum, but he will return. If I had a bruised sternum, I'm taking a day off. Like, coach, you better find somebody else. And we will find somebody else. That's Michael Turner, again, breaking tackles in the backfield, fighting his way forward. Again, we can go right back to him on the ground, gonna get a head of steam and fall forward, and he's gonna pick up the big first down. Then we jump into the 4th quarter, back to Turner, and again, he gets chopped. He gets flipped over his head, but luckily we're in the end zone, so we get a touchdown for the San Diego Superchargers, and we have a 14-0 lead. But this is Tom Brady, and Tom Brady can lead a comeback. So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Tom Brady dropping back the pass, has all types of time, going for Randy Moss, and that should have been an interception. Remember that playoff game when Tom Brady threw a pick, and then the guy who recovered the pick fumbled the football, and they actually did like a Marty Schottenheimer football life, and he actually told all the DBs, if you get a pick, just go down, and that guy, for whatever reason, he did not just go down, and he fumbled the football, gave the ball back to the Patriots, and then the Patriots won the game, went to Indianapolis, and then, of course, lost that AFC Championship game. But there goes Dante Stallworth into the end zone, and that was one of the reasons why the Patriots were so glitchy. You had Randy Moss, who he had speed, right? He had speed, and then, of course, on top of that speed, his spectacular catch rating was off the chain. Then he had Dante Stallworth on the other side. His speed was off the chain, and, of course, you know, as the game progressed, people realized how beastly Wes Welker was, and, of course, his rating went up throughout the online year. But there goes Michael Turner again, falling forward and picking up a solid gain of about 9 on the play. He is so fun to play with when you ain't got LT, but LT's back in the game, gets into the open field, and we probably should have broke one of those tackles, but we can get brought down around the 45-yard line. Asante, he can't believe it. He's all butthurt. Let's check out the replay. Gonna bounce it to the outside, cut up field, and pick up a nice gain that gets us in the Patriots territory. So now let's see what we can do. We can give the ball back to LT, but they are all over it as Adalius Thomas lays the boomstick on Mr. LaDainian Tomlinson. We get the ball right back to him, and again, he gets brought down by Adalius Thomas. So here we go. We're inside the 2-minute warning, a minute 57 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to drop back the pass, trying to get Antonio Gates. Had LT open underneath the coverage, but unfortunately I chose to go to Antonio, and that might cost us because he's going to find Randy Moss, the big boss, picks up a big first down. Very next play, though, they get sacked, but unfortunately he was offside. He was offside, so they accept the penalty. That's going to set up 1st and 5. Tom Brady dropping back the pass, all types of time in the pocket. I was sending blitzes. We had Sean Phillips on one side, had Sean Merriman on the other side. We just couldn't get pressure on Tom Brady consistently. Well, they were the best team in the game, 97 overall, flat-out monsters out there. Then he drops back the pass, going to find Stallworth, and Stallworth is going to pick up the big first down. Tom Brady, he's going to drop back the pass yet again, take a shot to the right side, going to find the big boss, Randy Moss, gets both feet in bounds. Very next play on 2nd and 5, they can find him in the end zone. Touchdown, Randy. Touchdown, Patriots. All right, there's a couple of seconds, though. There's about 43 seconds left. And did you see that? As I cut myself up. There's about 43 seconds left in the first half, but they said that LT was the player of the game when they scored a touchdown. That is ridiculous. Anyways, we dropped back the pass, and it was a jailbreak up front, and this ball game is going into overtime, 14-14 all. We need to make a stop. Patriots, they've scored 14 unanswered points. The Patriots are on fire right now. They're going to get the ball to Lawrence Maroney around the outside, and he's going to break a tackle. So now they're going to spread the field out. 5 receivers set. Going to go to Gaffney, and Jabari Gaffney picks up the first down. Now they're going to go deep down the field to the big boss, Randy Moss, and whatever the Patriots are doing, it is working. They spread the field one more time. Right there, it should have been a Yahoo! Zay Herb, but the ball goes right through my linebacker into the hands of Wes Welker. And now all the Patriots have to do is kick a field goal, and this one is over. So we lose yet another retro game of the day battle, this time versus one of the most glitchiest teams in Madden history, one of the best teams in Madden history, the 07-08 Patriots. But that's going to wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. Hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day, and I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Hot sauce.